Let's take a look at the outside of the sheep heart. This is the superior part of the heart. It's called the base. It's the widest portion of the organ. It is unusual for the base to be at the top of an organ. And the inferior part of the sheep heart, where it comes to a point, is called the apex. We can see where the four chambers are located. This flap-like structure is the right auricle. It's a little flap-like extension that comes off of the right atrium. Here is the left auricle. The rest of this tissue makes up the ventricles. We can see a lot of adipose tissue on the surface. That's typical. And you can see grooves on the surface where the coronary vessels travel. This is the interventricular sulcus. And this is the coronary sulcus. The coronary vessels that travel through these pathways provide oxygenated blood to the heart itself. Let's take a look at the vessels on the superior surface of the heart. This is the superior vena cava. The superior vena cava brings deoxygenated blood from the body into the right atrium. This large vessel on the top of the heart is the aorta. The aorta conveys oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to the body. And we can see the first branch off the arch of the aorta, the brachiocephalic artery. Right next to the aorta is the pulmonary trunk. The pulmonary trunk carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle out to the lungs. And taking a look at this region in between the pulmonary trunk and the aorta, you can see this cord-like attachment. That's called the ligamentum arteriosum. The ligamentum arteriosum is a remnant of a structure called the ductus arteriosus. The ductus arteriosus is a fetal structure. It shunts blood from the pulmonary trunk to the aorta to bypass the lungs during development. And if you take a look at the top of the pulmonary trunk, we can see where it divides into the left and right pulmonary arteries. Taking a look at the back of the heart, this vessel is the inferior vena cava, which returns deoxygenated blood from the body to the right atrium. And these are openings to two of the four pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins return oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium.